Hello Tech Club, this is Mr. Smith, and our first challenge uses a program called TurtleArt. Now, TurtleArt can be downloaded from inventtolearn.com/oaks, O-A-K-S, and let's zoom in. There we go. So inventtolearn.com/oaks, and it's free software. You don't need to pay anything for it. Of course, ask your parents' permission first, but you can tell them Mr. Smith said this software is fun and safe, so that might help. And there's a Mac version and a Windows version, so whichever computer you use at home, it should be able to play just fine. Now, when you open it up, it's going to look like this, and it can be confusing at first, but you can use this to make all kinds of art. The main thing is you have this tiny little turtle here, and you gotta tell the turtle what to do. So here's how you do that. If I click over here where it says turtle, I have these directions. I can have it move in a curve, that would be arc. I could have it move to a specific location on the screen. There's X and Y coordinates, which if you are familiar with graphing from math class, X and Y coordinates set specific locations, but I'm not going to worry about that. I don't need to worry about that yet. You can start off simply by telling it to move forward. So I'm going to drag this forward button over here, and automatically it gives me a number here that says 100. I can change that. I can drag this out and replace with something else. I can click on it and change it to 200 or 1 or whatever. If I double click on where it says forward, my turtle has moved forward 200 pixels. Alright, well that's fine. What if I wanted to turn now? Well, I can have it go right, left, go back. I'm going to have it go right. And by default it says 90. So let's clean this up. Alright, let's try this again. So forward and then right. So it went forward 200 pixels, and then it turned to the right. But I didn't tell it to do anything else. Well, let's clean this up again. Let's have it go forward again, and to the right again, and to the forward again, and then to the right again. Starting to get the idea here? Let's change this down to 100 because all the rest of them are 100. So if I double click now, oh, it looks like I'm starting to make a square. What if I add another forward and another right? Oh, I was able to draw a square. That's kind of simple. There's nothing really fancy with that yet. But you know what? This is a lot of blocks to draw a square. There's an easier way. If I go down to flow, I have some repeat buttons. And I'm going to put repeat right here. And as you probably already know, it only takes 4 sides. I'm going to have repeat 4 times. And I'm going to get rid of the rest of these. So forward 100, right 90, but it's going to do that 4 times. Check that out. So a lot less in regards to blocks over here, but I was still able to draw the same thing. Now, what if I added different numbers? What if I said 135 instead of 90? And what if I said 300 instead of 100? What would happen then? Oh, what if I say 50? Oh, well, that's pretty cool. So there's different ways you can play with this. You can change the colors. You can play with the number settings. If something looks confusing to you, ignore that part or play with it until you figure it out. When you are done, when you have made some type of artwork with this, what I'd like you to do is press save up here. And normally you'll get a pop-up like this, and it'll ask you to save it as a PNG file. That's an image file. Any web browser can open that image. Give it a name, and then upload that file to the Technology Club Google Classroom. So I'll take a look at it. I can show it off to the rest of the Technology Club, and I can't wait to see what you've done with this. Alright, so this has been Mr. Smith. This has been your first technology challenge. I can't wait to see what you do. Have fun.